Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Tesla reported quarterly earnings yesterday and it was disastrous, just like I predicted it would be. Their company continues to crash and crumble and head towards bankruptcy. However, we saw a dead cat bounce. Oh, yes, we did. Because Elon said they're still preparing that $25,000 EV that no one will buy. And also, he touted robo-taxis again. Oh, it's coming. So that dead cat bounce is to get people to jump in. Oh my God, Elon lied to you many times before. And I pointed out with the stainless steel homeless encampment they called a Cybertruck. But Tesla income fell by 55% in the first quarter. They said, some analysts said the bad news were already priced in. So when the earnings report came out and he lied and said that the robo-taxis are coming and a $25,000 EV is coming in 2025. And perhaps that's true. However, as they continue to miss due to lack of innovation and recalls, it does not look good, says a lot of analysts on Wall Street. So Tesla shareholders have hope based on robo-taxis. That's all they have right now, hope that Elon is not lying yet again. But however, I don't know if you guys notice, but Pony AI, which already has robo-taxis in China, and is heavily backed by Toyota and Neo Capital, is coming out with an IPO on the NASDAQ soon. And they are way ahead of Tesla, way ahead, light years ahead. They have the best in the field, in that field, working on robotaxis. They already have robotaxis. So to give you an idea of what I was talking about, Tesla only has hope. Take a look at this video and then we shall continue, guys.
As you mentioned in your note, visibility, that's what investors are craving. So what's the likelihood that CEO Elon Musk in today's earnings call is able to provide that to investors? How Tesla plans to overcome some of the bigger challenges when it comes to the timeline around robo-taxis, the Model 2, the competition from China?
Well, thanks for having me on. Look, it's been pretty unsettling over the last month or so in Tesla in terms of the news, and it's for two reasons. First, the earnings visibility in the near term has been dark. I mean, we've had lower than expected deliveries. We had price cuts very recently. That's clouded the outlook for 2024. More importantly, some of the articles over the last few weeks have indicated, to your point, that this next generation vehicle would most likely be a robo-taxi as opposed to a vehicle that's ready for the masses in the near term. And that's a really big determinant of earnings power of 2026, 2027. So that's what's happened to investors. They've had their 2024 earnings estimate shot and potentially these 2026 earnings ramps shot to 2028 and 2029. So people are just looking for hope, either hope for the near term or hope for over the next couple of years when we get on this earnings call tonight.
Hi guys, welcome back. So a couple of the visitors that comes to my channel actually motivated me to do this video. They're trolls that came on and they were like, oh, you're not doing a video on Tesla today? So I can get a laugh. You will get a laugh, but it will not be the laugh you wanted. You see, they think because the stock price is up today on Tesla, oh my God, it's a great time to buy again. And what they will do is they will jump in and buy again. And when the analysts come out and realize that Elon is lying yet again, they'll pull the rug again. It'll go from where it is now to 75 to 50 to 25 and to zero. Tesla is done. They are done. They cannot compete in the Chinese market. Elon even said that. Only trade tariffs are stopping the Chinese from coming and also decimating the American market. Tesla will only survive in America as long as the Biden administration, well, he'll be gone, but the Biden administration is blocking Chinese EVs from coming here due to huge tariffs. But once they come here, once Trump is elected, which he will be soon, and he allowed the Chinese to build their factories over here, they will destroy Tesla completely, and Americans will finally be able to get an affordable EV and technologically advanced EV. So I'm not the only one saying this. An analyst said Tesla will survive in America, but Americans don't want EVs due to poor quality, high prices, and range anxiety, which we take out of the equation. So in closing off, take a look at this video if you don't believe me, where this analyst go deep into exactly why the Chinese are going to dominate the world market. Even he talks about the tariffs. The Europeans are talking about a lot of tariffs, but as we can see, Germany, Norway, and other European countries like Spain, like I showed you guys, they're saying one thing to Washington, and Washington cannot wag them anymore because they are teaming up with Chinese companies. A lot of them are. And again, I say it will get left behind because of genocidal Josephine administration and his policies to block them from coming here completely. So take a look at this video, guys.
Quite clearly, from a long-term perspective, the Chinese NEV makers like a NIO, like a BYD, like a Xiaomi, like a Huawei are going to decimate the legacy automakers from Europe as well as in the United States. You already saw last year that Nissan and Toyota dropped about 40% year on year on sales. I expect similar numbers, maybe not quite as dire, but I expect Volkswagen to be in trouble. Now, they announced yesterday that they're going to launch a new China software in relation with Xpeng, a Chinese automaker, but those new cars are only going to be launched in 2026. I'm not sure Volkswagen will be able to still be in business, frankly, by then, because the Chinese NEVs are coming on so strong. However, in the short term, investors need to be very cautious because we're in a price-cutting cycle. Tesla has dropped 40% in their share price. I think you and I, the last time I spoke 3 months ago, I said I was bearish on Tesla. I was right. Tesla basically is trying to gain market share by discounting. But in all my decades in China, there's one thing that I've learned. A Western brand cannot compete on price in China. The Chinese manufacturers will come in even cheaper. They'll still have good quality. They'll take even thinner margins. So Tesla's in a lot of trouble. So short term, be cautious on the NEV sector. But long term, if you're going to be investing in a 5-10 year period, then NEV makers from China are going to dominate the global markets and set global technology standards.
Hold on. I just want to clarify what you're suggesting. You're suggesting that Tesla is potentially in trouble in China, not necessarily in trouble more broadly, because you could characterize what Tesla is doing as trying to perhaps compete with China at what they're good at in terms of those low-cost models that they're touting. So in your mind, is it one, specifically China, and secondly, can you not envisage a circumstance where China dominates everywhere where they don't face potential restrictions like EU, like USA, but the rest of the world will very likely be China's, whether it be one or two of the major players there, and then Tesla takes everywhere that is more closely allied to the United States?
Yeah, those are great questions, Will. So let's answer first by the China side. On China, when Tesla came in, they were a luxury brand. I mean, in my housing compound, people 5 years ago used to buy Bentley, Porsche, BMW, or Mercedes. Then 4 years ago, they all started buying Teslas because they thought it was the coolest thing. Now, in the last year, I haven't seen anyone buy a new Tesla. Everybody's buying a Li Xiang or they're buying a NIO. So the problem is Tesla's brand image in China is gone. There's no reason to buy a Tesla. From a quality standpoint, the Chinese NEV makers are as good, if not even better, and they're even cheaper. So it's kind of like if Louis Vuitton were trying to compete against Coach or Michael Kors and would discount 30%, it would destroy Louis Vuitton's long-term brand image. And that's what Elon Musk has done with Tesla in China. But you're 100%.
All right, guys, welcome back. So you see, as NIO continues to innovate and destroy Tesla, and I said it before and I'll say it again, the Model 3 is completely dead. We know that's not coming back in China. As Elon lowered the price, Chinese used to look at Tesla as a premium brand. Now they look at it like any ordinary thing you can go and buy in Target over here in America. They look at it as junk now because they realize once he started lowering the price, he took away that premium aspect away from the company. The Model 3 is completely dead, like I showed you guys. And one person commented on my channel yesterday. They said, why couldn't the ET5 outsell the Model 3? That's like saying, why can't Porsche outsell Toyota Corolla? You see, NIO is like the premium, the Rolls Royce type of China, whereas Tesla is considered the Toyota Corolla, and even in price point, but also in technology. So of course, most people can afford a cheaper car, and this is why now we're coming out with the Envo, Firefly, and so many others to finally dominate and devastate the market. So you guys saw, and I said it before and you saw it, the Model 3 is completely dead now. They sold like 20 last week. And 20 Chinaman bought them. And the Model Y, Elon knows, is dead as soon as we release Envo. So I believe we're waiting till we bust out those 2,000 plus swap stations this year. This is why we're delaying the Envo, so that when we come out and we get 100,000, 200,000 orders, which we will be able to put out because our factory is now able to put out 1 million plus EVs, we will also have the stations, so people can't say, well, they touted this, but there's not enough stations. Yes, Emperor Lee understands what he's doing. And this is why I said, whenever the trolls and the shorts come out to bash, knowing fully well that Tesla is completely dead, they're not coming back. Guys, listen to what I'm saying. Tesla is dead. That dead cat bounce that you saw today, enjoy it, but try to get out as soon as you can, because they are not innovating. That cheap car, that $25,000 car, will do nothing in China. The Chinese understand that IM Motors and the rest are way technologically advanced, way cheaper than the Model 3, and will even be cheaper than that $25,000 EV. Tesla is dead in China. They cannot compete in China. That's why Elon admitted that if the Chinese are allowed to come in the West, they will devastate, destroy most of your car manufacturers in the West, because they are not good. They are incredibly good, and he knows that from experience. They have destroyed him. So I hope you guys understand where we're going and where Tesla is going, even though you see their share price up here, and some analysts on Wall Street are still saying, well, the robo-taxis and it's an AI company, and they are nothing, and they are done. And watch what I say within the next week or 2 or 3, as Wall Street pull the rug out again and analysts come out finally admitting again. This is what they do. They allow people to jump in again and buy, then they pull the rug out again. Those shareholders are going to lose a lot of money. So I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we're trying to wake up the middle class to get a piece of the pie. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.